That was an ugly game. That was a very ugly game. But what did you expect? The second night of a back-to-back, Caitlin Clark's not playing. Caitlin Clark's the entire motor of this team. Did you think they were going to beat the New York Liberty? I didn't expect them to win that game. Now, there have been times where I've went into games where I've expected the Indiana Fever to lose, and they've won. Like the Lynx game, when the Indiana Fever came out and beat them with no Caitlin Clark for the Commissioner's Cup. I was surprised. I didn't think it was going to happen. It happened. Shout out to the Fever. But this is what you should have expected. You should have expected them to get whooped, and that was a disgusting game. It was not fun to watch. By the third quarter in the live watch party, y'all, we were talking about random stuff, y'all. We were talking about IHOP. We were talking about hair. We were talking about all different kinds of things because the game was not enjoyable. Nobody wants to sit down and watch that kind of basketball. But that's the WNBA. That's not just this game. That's just the WNBA. That's how these teams play. It's just constant attacking the paint, teams giving up wide open layups, giving up wide open threes. There's no adjustments, no diversity. They just consistently go to the same things because they work. It's bad basketball. Teams give up layups, they give up wide open threes, and they consistently shoot those kinds of shots in these games because it works. Every single WNBA team seems to play the same. I haven't really seen a team besides maybe the Valkyries and the Fever when Caitlin Clark is out there who play a different style of basketball besides attacking the paint. It's just the Valkyries and the Indiana Fever. Other than that, every single team is just attacking the paint, attacking the paint, attacking the paint, and it's disgusting to watch. Nobody wants to watch that kind of basketball, that level of play. It's not fun. There's no spark, and that's where Caitlin Clark comes in. Caitlin Clark has a spark to her. She just gives you something different, something that's out of the ordinary. In a game where it's just constant attacking the paint, constant wide open threes, no adjustment. Nobody's doing anything different. We just keep seeing the same thing over and over and over and over. No adjustment, low scoring game, no fun shots. Nobody's hitting any step back threes falling away. Nobody's hitting any no-look passes. You don't see any of that in the WNBA. But then Caitlin Clark gives you that. Caitlin Clark will give you the deep logo bomber. Right now, she hasn't been making shots, so you don't get that from her right now. But you are getting the crazy no-look passes, the thread in the needle, the white chocolate sass on the passes. That is what you get with Caitlin Clark, which is why people love Caitlin. This is why everybody's watching the WNBA, because of Caitlin Clark. They need to start valuing her more. There is no more room for Caitlin Clark being rushed back from injury and then having another injury. If Caitlin Clark goes out for a year, y'all, this league is done. She is the spark of this dead league. The spark of these dead games. These unenjoyable games of basketball are given life because of players like Caitlin Clark. If more people would start doing out of the ordinary things that make you go, wow. Like everybody started watching Caitlin Clark because she was pulling it from 40, and it's like no WNBA players doing that. They're always just attacking the paint, going down to the big man, off a pick, straight to the paint, easy layup. Or they're just passing the ball around, get an open three. It's the same thing every single time. You never see anybody shoot a half-court jump shot. You never see anybody fade away shooting a shot for the win at the buzzer. Like the Iowa Caitlin Clark was crazy, and it made people go, wow. And then Caitlin Clark last year in her rookie year was crazy, it made people go, wow. And even this year, the 9 points in 38 seconds, it makes people go, wow. You don't see that all the time, which makes people want to tune in like, is chicks really doing that? Like, I thought they were just going down into the paint shooting these. I didn't know they were like giving us all this. I didn't know they were making it this exciting. That's bringing people to the league. So the idea that Caitlin Clark doesn't really matter, that Caitlin Clark makes the Fever worse, like, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. And people keep saying that Caitlin Clark missing shots makes her a useless player. She doesn't do anything but shoot the basketball. So if she doesn't make shots, then she's useless. Have you heard of playmaking? The Indiana Fever look 10 times worse when Caitlin Clark is not out there, man. Today they looked horrible. They look lost. They cannot get offense to save their life. But when Caitlin Clark is out there, you immediately get more looks on the floor, even when she's not getting assists. She's doing so much for her team, even if she's not directly getting the assists. The defensive attention that she draws, the gravity that she has, is pulling defense off her teammates, allowing them to get open. So even if she's not directly getting assists, she's playmaking. It's like the Steph Curry gravity. Nobody ever says Steph Curry doesn't do things for his teammates unless you're a basketball casual, but nobody who has actual basketball knowledge will be saying that Steph Curry doesn't help his teammates if he's not getting assists. He's doing more for his teammates than even the best playmakers in the NBA are doing, just because of the gravity he draws. Same with Caitlin Clark. And then Caitlin Clark also does give you the assists, like the 13 assist game she had against the Dallas Wings. She's drawing attention, getting other people involved. She means so much to this team, and she means so much to this league, and it's not rocket science. It's literally that she gives life to this dead league. She just gives life to this league. This game was boring, y'all. It was very boring. It was not enjoyable. Why would anybody come home from work and just watch that? That's not good basketball at all. No basketball fan is going to enjoy that. The NBA Summer League games are 10 times more enjoyable than the type of basketball you see in the WNBA, and that is the problem with this league. And it also makes you wonder why they're not valuing Caitlin Clark more. Like, seriously, Caitlin Clark is the only hope for this dead league. If people would rather watch Summer Summer League basketball than WNBA games, and Summer League basketball games are doing more numbers than literal WNBA games. It should get to a point where the WNBA should realize that Caitlin Clark is the one hope for this league. The type of basketball she plays is the one hope for the entirety of women's basketball, so we need to get more people playing like her, and we need to value her a little bit more, value her talent so she can marinate and she can rub off on other people, and more people will grow up wanting to be like Caitlin. More little girls are going to grow up wanting to play like Caitlin, but that's not going to happen if she's injured. So why are we playing her when she's injured? And I have another bone to pick, and I talked about this on Twitter. I know the Ben Daniel podcast made a video about it. Go watch his video about it because he spoke good things. How come we're listing Caitlin Clark as questionable for today's game? Everybody and their mama knew Caitlin Clark wasn't going to play today. So we're going to list her as questionable, and then the 2 hours before tip-off, we're going to be like, oh, she's not going to play. We knew dang well Caitlin Clark wasn't going to play today. She was not questionable. So how come we keep getting lied to and gaslit? Stephanie White did this last time Caitlin Clark went down with the injury, the first time with the groin. Stephanie White said she was day-to-day. They said she was day-to-day for 3 weeks. How the heck you day-to-day for 3 weeks? Why y'all trying to make it seem like Caitlin Clark is going to play? Why y'all trying to make it seem like she's actually going to be out there for the All-Star game? Go ahead and let us know so people can change their plans. The people who were planning on going to the All-Star game so they can turn around and be like, you know what, actually let me call into work because there's no reason to go to this All-Star game. We were going there for Caitlin Clark. No, Caitlin Clark, we don't want to go there. But they're going to let you know 2 hours before the game. They're not going to let you know a day before. They're not going to give you no chance to sell your tickets. They're going to let you know on the day of the game so that everybody who was planning on going still goes. You're already en route to the arena when you get the notification on your phone that Caitlin Clark isn't going to play. How come we're acting like Caitlin Clark is questionable? Because if we really did think Caitlin Clark was questionable today, right, and we really were questioning whether or not she was going to play, then she has horrible advisors. She has horrible trainers, horrible coaching staff. Because there is no way you should be playing Caitlin Clark on the second end of a back-to-back after that injury scare last night. Even if she was good to go after it, there's no reason you should play her on the second end of a back-to-back after the scare. From the moment the injury came, you should have decided she wasn't going to play today. So the fact that we're even questioning that is ridiculous. And I know it was a lie because y'all know y'all weren't going to play her today. And y'all trying to keep people coming to these games because y'all know Caitlin Clark is valuable, but y'all don't act like she is. People consistently disrespect Caitlin Clark. All I see on X, every single time I get on there, is people just disrespecting Caitlin Clark. Dude, that game was so disgusting. It was some rigmarole. You know what we called it in the live chat? We called it boogity boogity bull crap. That is the only way to characterize that performance we saw from the Indiana Fever. It was trash. Nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to watch that. But that's 90% of WNBA games. Like how the Chicago Sky got whooped today. Didn't even score 50 with no Angel Reese. Nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to watch that kind of basketball. This is why the WNBA has been failing. That's why they've been losing millions on millions on millions every single year. It's why they've been in debt. Why they're still in debt. The reason why is because it's bad basketball, and you finally got a player who's deviating from the norm. Caitlin Clark is giving you something that's different from this bull crap, and you're trying to run her into the ground. You got these refs calling bogus fouls on the Fever, but when the Fever players are getting mauled to the ground, like when Aaliyah Boston got pushed to the ground, or when Sophie Cunningham got pushed out of bounds in the last game, or when Kelsey Mitchell got totally cooked in the last game, got hit in the face, but then they call foul on Kelsey Mitchell? Yeah, these refs suck. This game was trash, and we could have sat here and dissected the game, but there's no need to do that. The Indiana Fever have the same problems that they've been having. It's interior defense, perimeter defense, they're not running, all the things. But what this game should really remind you of is the fact that WNBA basketball is not fun. WNBA basketball is something that we do not watch. We have not watched. People have not tuned in for years and years and years, and the reason is because games are like this. The games are boring and trash. They go to the same thing. Nobody's doing anything different. This is why we don't watch the WNBA. But I've ranted enough. I hope you guys enjoyed my rant. I was going to do a film breakdown, but then I was like, man, I'm not going to waste my time with that disgusting game. Did y'all really want me to go back over that disgusting game? Maybe I'll do it if you guys really want it, but I doubt I will. I might have some time in the next couple of days to do a film breakdown, so maybe if you guys really want me to do a film breakdown on this game, I will, but I'm telling you, it was disgusting. It's the same things we've been talking about in all of our videos. There was no bright spots in this game. It was just boring basketball, disgusting basketball. It was some rigmarole, some disgusting bull crap, some boogity boogity, giggity giggity trash, some Harlem Globetrotters. I don't even know what the heck I was watching. You got elephants dancing on the court. That was more important than the game. But I'm out, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I certainly did, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace out.